With Pokemon Day happening very soon and Inevitable Direct happening, I can't wait to see the new announcements we can potentially see. That's why I would love to make a video about what we can see and predicting what we'll get. I'm ManaKnight64, and without being said, let's begin with the video. So just like with past videos, I'm going to be doing a Pokeball system, with 1 Pokemon being less likely and 5 Pokeballs being almost 100% happening. I've done this rating system in my leaks video, so with that being said, let's begin. Pokemon Sleep. Ever since Pokemon Sleep was first revealed on May 28, 2009, by Tsuna Ishihara, the CEO of Pokemon Company, during a press company held in Tokyo, as well in the company's official Twitter page, we barely seen any updates, none at all. At the time, we just thought Pokemon Sleep would be a way to track people's sleeping time, and we'll launch aside Pokemon's Go Plus device sometime in 2022. However, since then, Pokemon Go Plus has been released, but no Pokemon Sleep. And we all thought it got silently cancelled until a recent leak and update patent on the Pokemon Sleep IP. In a data mine, it's been leaked that some files for Pokemon Sleep have been uncovered, as well as some artwork that was never before seen of Pikachu. Plus, a patent for Pokemon Sleep has been updated too. I would love to see this game get released, because I play a lot of Pokemon Go and I can see a lot of Pokemon Go compatibility with this. Speaking of Pokemon Go though, with Hoenn Tour almost about to start next week as of recording this video, and the season of Mystical Wishes ending too, we get to see an announcement of the new season coming on, along with Community Day for your Pokemon, since we already know the date, but not the Pokemon that are going to be featured in the Community Day. Plus, we might even get the date for the new Pokemon Go Tour. I feel like we're definitely going to get 100% see more Pokemon Go content. It'll probably be a short announcement though, nothing too big. Mystery Dungeon. More leaks confirm that Chunsoft, the people who make the Mystery Dungeon games, have an updated copyright for Pokemon Day 2023. So this basically 100% confirms that we're going to get some form of content from the Mystery Dungeon series. Whether it's the OG games coming to the Game Boy Advance online system, or a completely new game, or a remake, I don't know, we're going to get it. Speaking of Game Boy gamers, the Pokemon Game Boy games. In the last Direct, we finally got Game Boy games added to the Nintendo Switch Online service. A surprise for me, honestly, because I did not expect this to happen. And we got a lot of classic Game Boy games. Except for one series that was arguably the mascot of this console, Pokemon. We don't have any Pokemon games, and knowing how big Pokemon fever was back in the day, and how iconic it was on the Game Boy, we can definitely be seeing some content for Pokemon Day for these games coming back, either being shadow dropped the same day or slowly releasing. These games include Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Pinball, and the TCG game that for some reason was on the Game Boy that no one really played. However, there is one thing that I want to talk about that is pretty interesting about Pokemon Red though. Hey guys, this is a quick update to the video, but apparently people have already found ways to actually hack in NSO compatibility early. So yeah, this bumps this up to 100%. We're definitely gonna see this game happening on Pokemon Day. Speaking of which, as I'm making this video, the Pokemon Company, they also confirmed that, of course, it's 27th February, which is Monday, we're gonna get the Pokemon Direct. So yeah, just a few updates I want to make as I was making this video. Pokemon 64. Also in the last Direct, both Pokemon Stadium has been confirmed and it will be coming soon. And hopefully we can see the release date on Pokemon Day. However, there's one thing missing. The whole thing about Pokemon Stadium was that you can transfer your Pokemon from the Game Boy games into the 64. And since you can't really do that now, what I think we're going to be happening is that when you play Pokemon Red on the Game Boy, you can asynchronously transfer your Pokemon from the Game Boy, on the Game Boy Online system, into Pokemon Home, and then from Pokemon Home to N64 online service. So you can actually play the game as intended. How exactly will the connectability work? I have no idea. I'm just gonna assume through home. But this will likely be explained like in the direct. Speaking of Pokemon Home, Pokemon Home. Not only will Game Boy games most likely get compatibility, but of course the mainline games, which we'll be seeing in updated Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which will 100% be happening. Speaking of Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance. Although to an lesser extent, we could potentially see Gen 3 games coming to the Advance online service. At the moment, we only have really 6 games on the Advance system. And don't get me wrong, they're pretty good games. Like Mario Advance and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga are banger games. But it is pretty lacking compared to the other like online services like the Genesis, NES, NES, N64, Game Boy, even Game Boy. Game Boy has way more games, but still, it's a bit lacking. So I can see them definitely adding like Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald later into like the online service. Of course, not anytime soon, but I can see them be like coming soon without like in a release date. But anyway, let's go back to the mainline games. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's probably the one thing you're main thinking about when it comes to Pokemon Day. I made a whole video about potential leaks for this game, and I'm currently making a part 2 of this, so I recommend you watching that video so you can get informed after you finish this video of like what leaks are potentially like happening. Link is in the description, it's right there. It's a 40-minute video, and since new leaks have been coming up and some new leaks have been debunked, in my part 2 video I'm basically going to be talking about how like basically an update on more leaks and like which ones are more plausible, which ones aren't that plausible anymore, and all that. But yeah, Pokemon Scarlet stuff are 100% coming in. Not only that, as I was recording this video, we got like patch notes confirmed to fix the dog shit glitches in a game. Actually been announced, so that'll be coming out sometime that month. Probably the day of Pokemon Day. Like I can see like after the direct, they can see them rolling out these patches, but like they basically nerfed a few Pokemon and fixed some performance stuff. So yeah. Pokken. I would love to see a new installment to the series, since the last game we got was just a port of the Wii U. And this game is so much fun. Like imagine this game, but with Pokemon with like Gen 8 or 9. Like, I can see Zorora, Cinderace, Quavicle, Meowscarada, Tiki-Tongue all fighting each other. Bro, imagine Tiki-Tongue fighting Zorora with like their hammer or something. Like it'll be like the mere idea of it just makes me happy, because I was like watching gameplay of Pokken the other day and it looked so much fun. And I remember when I first started playing it when like they released like the free demo of it, and it had so much fun. And it's like a game. The only reason why I haven't bought the game yet is because I didn't have the money at the time, and 2, I have other games that I want to play first. But yeah, hopefully they do like make a new game. How likely is it to be announced? Not that likely. It's like 2 Pokeballs, but still. Also, if they do make a new game, like Krogan has to return. Like Krogan was like literally like straight up goofy. Like look at this man's like down tilt. Speaking of Krogan, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. No. If you unironically think that we're getting updates for this game, no. Pokemon Masters. This game is surprisingly very popular, and then again, it's a gacha game with like all your Pokemon waifus, so like I can see why it's popular. But yeah, I do see like a small announcement in like the beginning of the video, like a mini announcement about like a new event, stuff like that happening. So yeah, it's somewhat like happening. Pokemon Cafe. A small announcement for an event coming in is most likely going to happen, like, I don't know, a legendary or a mythical Pokemon returning to the cafe that can eventually be able to catch your team, or something similar to that. I haven't played this game in almost a year, but when I did used to play it, it was pretty fun, like not gonna lie. Pokemon Unite. In a data mine for this game, not only was the original Pokemon Day logo for this game, for that year, was like found out, but we also saw like evidence for Lapras. So we can definitely be seeing like Lapras getting announced. My only main question is, how will he move since he has no legs, just flippers? He'll probably be a really slow character and like more of a healer and zoner, but still, pretty interesting. Also, I might be wrong, but this might also confirm Lapras into like Pokemon Violet. I'm making an upcoming video about Pokemon, like who may or may not come back, so stay tuned for that video. Pokemon TCG. More card games would be cool, like some cool new art for cards. They're probably not going to announce it, but it'll be cool. Pokemon anime. More info about the last few episodes of Ash's arc, as well as new info about the new anime, would be really great and would be a great way to stir up some hype and excitement. Detective Pikachu 2. This game has been highly anticipated for years, and after years we actually might finally get this game announced. It's like a likely, but still. Like, we've seen leaks about it in the future, so yeah. Pokemon movie. Very unlikely, but it's possible. 1 Pokeball. Pokemon Legends 2. I personally think we're definitely getting a Pokemon Legends 2, specifically one based on Unova, because, I mean, there's so much backstory you can work on, specifically with the 3 original dragons. So I feel like we're eventually getting one game based on this. However, not anytime soon. So we're not going to get it announced, like, in this direct. So it's going to get 1 Pokeball. Pokemon Let's Go Johto. Since this game released like a few years ago, at this point I doubt we're getting another like installment to this game. I'm just starting to think like the only reason why we got Pokemon Let's Go was like as a way to get Pokemon Go players to get into the mainline series. So yeah. Unova remakes. Way too soon, and we're gonna have to wait a few years. Like, if you unironically think we're gonna get Unova remakes, you know, you are out of your fucking mind. Pokemon Shield. If anything, we're gonna get like a new season of competitive for the people who are still playing this game for some reason. But yeah, and with that being said, that's all the possible things we can be seeing for Pokemon Day. Did I miss anything that you think we should have get? Put it in the comments and I might do it in a separate video. With that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if I get 50% of these predictions right, you legally have to subscribe to me. So with that being said, be safe because those streets are not safe, and good night.